So I'm delighted this afternoon to be with Paul Avins. Paul, huge thanks for joining myself, and huge
You're
thanks for
welcome.
just spending some time. I know you're going to go into a lot more depth at the Wandsworth Property Network.
Yep.
So in terms of your background and why property investors, developers should be interested in yourself, you've worked with some of the key people in the industry, like Simon Sushi, and more
Yep.
recently, Michael Dong as well. For the listeners out there, Michael Dong recently won the Property Investor Awards.
He did, yeah. And Nick Carlisle, who's recently been on the BBC TV show, Moving Back In with the Landlord, he was on that, and is the partner behind as such property brands as Platinum Property Partners and Platinum Portfolio Builders. So I've actually helped him build and scale 3 property businesses, and obviously worked with Michael Dong for over the last 2 years now.
So just to focus on scale, and just to focus on the A part of scale, which is about attraction. Of course, we're going to the whole of scale at Wandsworth in a few weeks' time, or depending when the listeners are listening to this, it's going to be mid-February.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
Because attraction is key as an investor, developer, whether you're looking to raise funds or find deals or to find good people to build that team. So can you just go into a little bit more detail, Paul, about the A part of scale? The title of your presentation is about how to scale your business or your property
empire. Yeah. So I've actually, for your group, I've actually had a worksheet actually created for everyone who comes. Part of what I believe in is that my job is to teach in a way that people take action as a result of the information that I'm going to share with you at the event. So I've had this worksheet created for you. It's a beautiful 4-page worksheet that people can take away with them and make their notes on, and takes them through the 5 steps to scale. And I think part of the thing I want to make sure we cover is this understanding about, if you're going to scale a business, you need to be really clear on who you need to attract. So what are the kind of right for you to attract? What are the kind of investors who are right for you to work with? What are the kind of developers that you need on your team? And ultimately, it's about how do you shift from just being in a space of, I'm trying to attract a deal to make money, to actually what I'm trying to, a business that attracts opportunities that make me money. And that's a fundamental shift in thinking. And I think it's quite often a lot of the property investors that I've worked with over the last, going on 14 years now of doing this, come to me with this doing deals which rely on me. I haven't built a team or an infrastructure, and I don't know how to scale it to be bigger than just me. And that's what I've helped people like Nick Carlisle do, Michael Dong do, Simon Zucci do. So what I'm expert at is helping people to grow businesses and grow them in a sustainable and scalable way. And that's what I want to talk to your amazing group about, is this, that you got to think about yourself as not just a property investor, but a property developer, business person, entrepreneur. And that's about attracting the right kind of deals, deal flow, but it's also about cash flow and attracting the right kind of capital and working with the right kind of investors and partners that are going to help scale your business, because you cannot do it all on your own. So a large amount of this, obviously we use tools like Wealth and Wealth Dynamics. We're the #1 global partner in the world for Roger Hamilton. And one of my businesses called Team Dynamics is the #1 partner for that. So we're experts at helping people identify what their unique profile is and the kind of deals they should be doing, which will magnify the kind of money they're able to attract. So we're going to go into some of that. We're going to talk about some of that in terms of people understanding who they should be doing deals with, but also who they should absolutely avoid doing deals, end up in a train wreck. As one of my mentors once said to me, he said, you can't do a good deal with a bad partner, and don't assume that you're the good partner. So sometimes we need to actually know who we shouldn't do deals with, because it's not going to work out for the right outcomes as well. So we're going to dive into some of that and really talk about this. How do you attract the money? There is no limit right now to the money that's available for the right kind of deal and the right opportunity, if it's presented in a way that appeals to that kind of investor. So we're going to be talking about some of that with your community and your group. Looking forward to it.
Paul, obviously February, some people may still be skiing or out overseas. I can never predict a perfect date because sometimes people may be away and they may be here in London as well who can hear you in mid-February. However, for those who can't hear you in mid-February, how can people reach you, connect with you?
Yeah, I mean, I'm blessed with an unusual surname, so I'm fairly easy to find. I own all of my extensions, so Facebook, Paul Avins on Facebook, you'll find me. LinkedIn, Instagram, those kind of platforms. I do go on Twitter a bit, but I prefer LinkedIn, if I'm honest, and Instagram and Facebook. So you can find me, connect with me there, or at paulavins.com. Pretty easy to find me there as well. So yeah, any of those kind of connection platforms, love to engage, love to communicate. My single biggest question is I'd love to know from your audience, what's the one thing that if I could help them get clarity on, or to get distinctions on, or actually to be able to remove as a block for them, what's the single biggest block that they have right now to scaling their property business? If we're able to collect some of that data from your audience, any feedback to you that I can have will mean that I'll make sure the message is more relevant, more targeted, and therefore more powerful, and gives them more potential from the presentation. So yeah, feedback to you would be great.
Sure. So that's a call to action, you could say, to the listeners out there who are coming along to the meet.
Absolutely. Yeah.
If there's one thing which is really stopping you growing to the next level, do connect with me and send me, your question, or feel free to, contact Paul directly if you wish to as well. Paul, I just want to say huge thanks for taking time out both today and also, more importantly, in mid-February. So I know you don't speak very often, or certainly you're not speaking everywhere in the country. You're limited in terms of the number of times you're speaking over the year. So I just want to say huge thanks for taking the opportunity, and I really look forward to hearing from you. But also, as you say, the call to action for my listeners, if there's a particular question, if you can niche it down to the key, detail. Sorry, Paul, what were you going to say?
Just niche it down to the one thing. So tell me the one thing that's getting in your way right now. What is the biggest block that, if I can help you remove during that presentation, if I can show you how to get round it, under it, over it, through it, that will get you moving again. Get people to unblock so that they can grow, and get them back into that flow, because where flow is the place where you're able to tap deal flow, cash flow, opportunity flow. So if you're stuck right now, then let either one struggling with, and let's make this presentation as relevant to as many people as possible, because it's less of a presentation and more of a workshop. That's how I found I like to train, and that's why the worksheet, I'll be bringing along the worksheet as well. So it's going to be a collaborative experience, and it's going to be highly engaging, highly interactive, and I guarantee everyone's going to walk away with at least 3 things that they can do within 72 hours to really have a big impact on their property business.
Paul, I just want to say huge thanks for this afternoon, taking time out, and I look forward to seeing you in mid-February.
Yeah,
thank you.
It's going to be great. I'll see you all there. Take care.
Thank you.